Woo! This market is getting hot. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down how we attended a local auction here in Southeast Queensland. And hey, maybe we won the auction, maybe we didn't. I'll reveal to you in this video what happened at the auction, what our strategy was going in, and how you can get an advantage in this market to find the right property. Now, my name's Luke, and I talk all things real estate, renovating, and financial freedom here on the channel. Drop a like on this video and subscribe down below, and let's dive straight into today's video. So the property address that we were bidding at was 56 Craigmont Street in Tarragindi. And let's take a look through the home before I break down exactly what happened at the auction. As you can see on screen here, this is a solid property. So Tarragindi is located roughly 6 to 7 kilometers southwestish of Brisbane CBD. This was a very well located at 56 Craigmont Street. It's not far away from Wiles Forest. It's in the heart of the suburb, a big block, and obviously a solid brick home, as you can see here from the exterior. So it's a renovated kitchen. It's an upstairs with a somewhat built-in downstairs space as well. You can see here it's got modern bench tops, stone, and modern appliances, nice and clean and white. They'd staged the property for sale and they must have had 50 to 100 groups come through because it was very competitive on auction day. As you can see here, this is another shot of the kitchen. Again, good appliances, very well presented, vented ceilings, a basic back patio here that could be upgraded down the track so it has some more potential, and a nice sized backyard. The rooms are oversized, which is harder to find in these older style homes. They'd also spent money on good quality blinds and the carpets were in fairly good condition. The bathroom leaves a little to be desired compared to 2020 standard for bathrooms and renovating, but absolutely serviceable for a family home and still got a lot of life left in it. You can see here another shot of the bedrooms. Again, most of the bedrooms were really well sized in this property. Really good spaces, built-in robes, and basic bathrooms. So you can see here there's another well-sized bedroom here as well. Another shot of the kitchen, some lifestyle shots of the living spaces with the staged furniture. And you can see here it's quite open. This is a large living area which backs onto the dining space in towards the kitchen, and then the bedrooms tucked down one side of the property. You can see here on screen that they've got this bonus area. So a pool room, livable space, a teenager's retreat, a great area to send the kids down to, and it's more livable space in this property. Even though it's not legal height underneath, it's still usable space. So they had this staged as a pool room with a bar, and then a much wider shot of this property's downstairs area. As you can see, it's completely tiled throughout. Solid brick home, and you could turn this into whatever you want. Obviously, it's not legal floor plan, but it's usable space. This is, again, some shots of the front gardens and some lifestyle space. The gardens were very well kept across the property, and you'd need to do a bit of maintenance on the home, but it's certainly still usable space. This is a shot of the floor plan. So the home is very large, about 300 square meters in total, including internal and external areas. Now, of course, the downstairs space, as we said, is multi-purpose here. So this is still livable, but not legal bedrooms or bathrooms, except for this bathroom here being counted as a third bathroom because you only need 2.1 meters of ceiling height for kitchens and bathrooms here in Southeast Queensland, whereas bedroom ceiling height needs to be 2.4 meters, which, funnily enough, when I'm holding my arm up and my fingertips, that's right on 2.4 meters, which makes it easy for me when I'm walking through homes to check the ceiling height of bedrooms and bathrooms. So a good sized floor plan here, oversized these bedrooms for the age of the home, very small ensuite, a shared bathroom, another bathroom downstairs, multi-purpose space, and a big block. So this is the location of the property here in Tarragindi. As you can see, very well located on the south side of the suburb, close to the walking tracks and Wiles Forest, not far away from Mount Gravatt and the motorway either, which gives nice access into the city. So let's break down exactly what happened at the auction. And as you can see, there was even a news article published about this auction. So 25 bidders battled it out for this Brisbane family home. And we were one of those bidders. A family home in Brisbane South has seen a whopping 25 bidders eye their slice of the highly sought after real estate. The 4-bed, 3-bath home at 56 Craigmont Street, Tarragindi sold under the hammer for $1.56 million with an opening bid of $1.43. So you now know what the property sold for. What exactly happened in that auction? Well, the $1.43 million opening bid was very aggressive. And of the, I'd estimated at the time 30 bidders, but of the 25 registered bidders or 30 bidders that were there on the day, that was a number that was going to knock most of the people out of the market. Now, let me tell you a little bit about my buyers. They were a professional couple who were looking for a property to both invest and potentially make their own home down the track. They're very high income individuals who are able to have a lot of capital at their disposal and a lot of borrowing capacity. So this property was well within their means. Now, for them, Tarragindi is a great area. It's family friendly, it's leafy, it's got close proximity to the forest, which is great for activities and going for walks and runs. So there were a lot of lifestyle factors ticked, as well as the property had a very large floor plan and future potential to continue upgrading, given that some properties sell upwards of $2 to $3 million in Tarragindi as a suburb. So unfortunately, we did not win at this auction. And you're not going to win every auction, you know. You need to attend these auctions and negotiate on private treaties, and eventually a deal will stick, which it did for these clients in the end. Now, we had a max price in terms of where we saw value on this property at $1.46 million. So we'd done our analysis, done our due diligence, looked at comparable sales, and saw value up to the $1.46 million mark. Now, as you can see from the article, the property sold for $1.56 million, which is $100,000 over where we saw value for the property. Now, how can that be the case? Well, with the amount of buyer depth the property saw, being a blue chip property in demand in a great suburb, with 25 other bidders at play, you only need 2 bidders to drive up the price. And that's exactly what happened. There were 3 buyers agents, including ourselves at Purpose Property on site, and one of the key bidders was another buyer's agency bidding for an interstate buyer to try and secure the property as their home or their investment, depending on what they were looking to do. Now, the other buyers that ended up competing against this buyer's agent were locals. They knew the area, they loved the property, and they were willing to continue bidding. So once the bidding opened at $1.43 million, it quickly got to around $1.46 to $1.48 million. It then significantly slowed as we got closer to the $1.5 million mark. Most of the buyers were out once the bidding had gotten over the mid $1.4 million mark. So there were only a handful of buyers left in the high 1.4s, and there were only 2 to 3 bidders left over the $1.5 million. So the buyer's agent and the local battled it out all the way up to $1.56 million, where this property has eventually sold.
Appreciate you bidding, your interest. Good news for your 1564. We are gone. We are sold. 1,560.
Now, this is exactly what can happen for owner-occupiers. And that's what we do here as buyer's agents. We take emotion out of that purchase decision. It can be sensible to keep your emotion in play sometimes if you do really love a property. And that's where you'd be willing to pay, 2, 3, 5% over where you see market value. So there are some circumstances where emotional buying does work for you. But in this case, I believe they did end up overpaying in terms of that point in time when the property was sold. Now, property is one of those amazing assets that time heals all wounds. And so as the market continues to grow, this is probably going to look like a good buy down the track. In the next 10 to 20 years, they're probably not going to worry that they overpaid $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 because they got the property that they wanted. And Emily and I have done that in our own circumstances, and we've absolutely done it for our owner-occupied clients. But for our investors out there, it's important to completely remove the emotions and just look at the numbers and what makes sense in terms of making that investment decision. Whereas as an owner-occupier, you need to have some investment nous, but also, when a property ticks enough boxes for you, you can push the limit of where you see value and what you're willing to pay on a home. So as you can see here, the auction came down to a family and a buyer's agent who fought tooth and nail in $1,000 increments, which is exactly what happened. Now, the selling agent, Mr. Burrell, said, due to the shortage of stock, buyers are frustrated trying to find a good family home and are turning to buyer's agents to help. And there were 3 buyer's agents there on the day. Buyer's agents are giving buyers that edge to be able to secure a property. The market is booming in Brisbane, and there is an expectation that interest rates are going down in the middle of this year. Now, I don't actually think interest rates are going to drop anytime soon. I think maybe November, December, around the Christmas period to give the economy a boost around that time. But I don't think we're going to see multiple cuts in 2024. I think the government's going to want to let these interest rates sit a little higher for a little longer, let a little more hurt flow through the economy, and then the RBA will probably start cutting down rates a little bit. Now, in terms of buyer's agents giving people an edge, I absolutely think that's the case. Do you need a buyer's agent? The answer is no, you don't need a buyer's agent. If you've got the time, the skills, the resources to go out there and make the purchase yourself, absolutely go for it. I encourage people, if you've got those time, skills, and resources, go out there and buy a property yourself. But a buyer's agent like myself and like other buyer's agents out there can equip you with the skills, the time, and ability to go and secure the right property for you. And that's our slogan here at Purpose Property. Buy the right property for the right price in the right location. And so if you do want a local area expert and you do want someone that's got runs on the board themselves, I'm a chartered accountant by trade. Emily and I have over a $5.5 million portfolio at this point in time. So if you want to work with someone that's skilled and experienced, can do all the due diligence for you, can be boots on the ground, then paying a buyer's agent for their services can absolutely be worth it. It's all about the value proposition. That's what I say to everyone. It's about the value to you. For some people, there's not going to be value in a buyer's agent. For other people, there could be massive value. If you secure the right property, you can buy in below market value. You can add value to the property, whether it's through cosmetic renovations or future potential or developments. It's about securing the right property. So if a buyer's agent brings that value to you, I think they're absolutely worth it. And a quick tip, a buyer's agent's fees are added to the cost base when you purchase a property. So say you bought a property for $800,000 and the buyer's agent fee was 17 grand in total. Then in that case, it's like you paid $817,000 for the property. And when you eventually sell the home, say for $1 million, you can include the buyer's agent's fees in your cost base, reducing your capital gains tax. Now, I know these things because I am a chartered accountant by trade and I'm a fully licensed buyer's agent with myself and the team here at Purpose Property. And if you're interested in sitting down and having a chat with myself, head over to purposeproperty.com.au to book in a free strategy session. We'll sit down, chat about your situation, chat about how we can help you secure a property here in Southeast Queensland in the next 3 to 6 months, and then leave some time for some questions. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the current market. Are we overheated or is the boom still coming? Leave a comment down below and click this video over here if you want to see some recent client purchases here in Southeast Queensland. There's a playlist there for you. Thanks for sticking around. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.